How you doing, guys, and welcome to my channel. Now, if this is your first time, please hit that like and subscribe and help support the channel. Now, today I'm having a look at the Rambo First Blood 1/6 scale figure from the Sly Stallone Shop, the official Sly Stallone Shop. You can see the box there. The box art on the cover is very nice, and just the figure on the back. And just for your information there, the slystalloneshop.com is where I got this from. I'm not sure if you can get it from other outlets. You can certainly get it from eBay. And as you can see there, Sylvester Stallone's signature on the box, which for me is part of the appeal because I do like me a Sylvester Stallone movie. Just having a look at him panning down and up again just before we get into the accessories. Oh, the base. Yes, the base is, I suppose, replicate the road that he's walking down at the start of the movie on his way into the small town of Hope, and you have the portion of a manhole cover there painted quite well and looks quite nice. So let's get into the accessories. And here we have all the accessories that come with him. Now, there isn't many, so this isn't going to take long. Starting off, we have his knife, completely movie accurate with the serrated edge and the length of it there, and the green handle being completely movie accurate. Unfortunately, it's not weathered. Bit of a gripe I have with it there should be some weathering on it, but it is completely movie accurate. And speaking of movie accuracy, it does include the compass in the top of the handle there, which is absolutely fantastic little touch that they added there. And then moving in, if I can get zoomed in there, we'll take a look at his dog tags, and if that shows up on camera there, you can see that is some fine print, some very small print there, and all the details that should be on the dog tags are there. Unfortunately, the chain that they're on is just horrible. I hate that chain. It belongs on my keyring, not on an action figure. They could have used something better. Then we have his hands. He has two trigger hands. Don't know why. Doesn't come with a gun, but maybe, I don't know, they'll come in handy somewhere along the line. And then we have two relaxed palms and two gripping hands for the knife there, and they fit perfectly, or more or less perfectly, a bit tight. And just showing you how they're painted there, there is a nice bit of detail to them. And yes, anybody who can see there that I have left the top of that handle of the knife in the palm of that hand, I'll sort that out later. And then we have the painted palm or fingers there. The cuticles on the fingertips are painted, which is a nice little touch. And then we have his duffel sleeping bag. That's the one, sleeping bag. Movie accurate, all grubby and grimy. And if I just open up here, you can see that he does have a fully complete sleeping bag with a working zip. Why it's a full complete sleeping bag, I don't know, but again, a nice touch, and brilliant that it actually does zip open, and you could pop him in there, I suppose, if you wanted, or you could pop a figure in there. I don't know why you'd do that, but there you go. A nice little touch though to have a full working sleeping bag. So there we have it, guys. There's all of the accessories. So let's take a look at the figure itself. So here we have our 1/6 scale John Rambo figure, pretty much as he comes out of the box. Just having a look down on him there, and another look at that very well painted tarmac base there with the quarter portion of a manhole cover. So yeah, let's get into the details of him, and I'll just try and get this camera a bit more stable there, and we'll get into it. There we go. Starting from bottom to top, my usual fashion, we have his boots. Very soft pleather material with a real lace running through them there. I'm not too pleased with them. I think they look a bit dollish. They're a bit warped and out of shape, as you can see there. There's not much detail into them there. The shape of the foot, it becomes the shape of his foot rather than a boot, I suppose. Yeah, it's not great. It's a bit dollish. Maybe a plastic molded boot would have been better there. I'm not sure. I can understand what they were going for at the Sly Stallone Shop, There is a bit of articulation there because of the material that was used, the soft pleather. I do believe that pleather is going to disintegrate over time, and I probably will end up with a plastic molded pair of brown boots on them in the long run. And we have a very poorly molded sole there. I don't think there's a pair of boots in the world like that come with a sole like that. But yeah, they are what they are, guys. Nothing fantastic. Like I said, a bit dollish looking, a bit out of shape. They don't really look great, unfortunately. Like I said, maybe a plastic molded boot would have been a better idea. Then we have his jeans. You can see the light weathering in them there. As far as I can tell, it's completely movie accurate. At this point of the movie, he wasn't that grubby or grimy. Uniformed weathering all around. You can see there's no weathering on the back end there, as there shouldn't be. But yeah, uniformed weathering all around and nicely tailored and fit him quite well. And then we have his coat, his Vietnam military issue coat that he wears. You can see all the light little weathering all around it where it should be. And if I get a bit closer there, all the pockets are stitched very well. The stitching is nicely uniformed and scaled down, and we can see his US Army and his flag there, his United States flag there. And then moving around to the back, you can see where he has his drawstring, and you can almost see the imprint of the drawstring in there and all the ripples, as they would be on a 1-to-1 scale jacket, which looks really nice. Yeah, the jacket fits him nice and snug, and looks quite well. You can see the grubbiness to it there. Like, it really looks like a used, worn jacket. And the sleeves come right down to where they should come down. They cover the wrist peg, and it, like I said, it's tailored quite well and fits him quite nicely. And then we do have a working zip. I'll just pull it down there, and I'm almost afraid to open it fully because I'm afraid that I won't get it closed again. You can see he has his, yes, I'm just gonna open it. We'll just I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it off camera later. We have his movie accurate sweatshirt that he does have underneath, and you can see there is some weathering. It's not just left plain. There is a bit of weathering to it there. You can see up around the neck where it all should be, where the sweat and stuff would gather, and there is a bit of grubbiness on the chest of it there, which makes it look that bit more realistic. I am going to try and take this coat off. I probably shouldn't. I should probably take these pegs off. I think I can get it off without taking the pegs off. Yes, I can. Let me see if I can get this one over it. Yeah, there we go. Right, so I'll just take this coat off and we'll have a look at this. Now, there we go. Yeah, it's movie accurate. It fits him quite well. It's tailored quite nicely. You could almost display him like that if you wanted to. You could absolutely display him with just a sweatshirt on. I'm not sure why you'd do that, but it's absolutely plausible. It looks the part. It's weathered in the right places. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. You can see the sleeves come right down as well, and cover the wrist pegs, so you absolutely could pose him with that without compromising in any kind of way, I suppose. And then we have his knife sheath. I don't know, guys. Feels like pleather to me. I can never tell. I'm terrible at being able to tell whether it's pleather or leather. I'll just slide the knife in there just to show you that it does go in, and I pray to God it does. Yes, it does go in. It looks the part, guys. It does the job, and if you want to pose him without the jacket on, it is absolutely plausible. You can see he has the movie accurate string that goes around it. It's a bit loose. I could do with tightening that up. But yeah, there you have it. I suppose moving into the head sculpt, I'll stabilize it a little bit, and there we have it, kind of stabilized. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the head sculpt, to me, it looks great. It looks like Stallone. The paint applications might be a little bit soft, in my opinion. They could have done with just being a little bit more, I don't know, Blitzway or Hot Toys kind of level painting. I'm not saying it's bad. It is quite well detailed. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm looking at it again there, guys, and I'm saying, like, I mean, it is Stallone. Many years ago. He looked like that back then. He did. He was, and the expression that they have put on his face, for the sad expression, for when he's at the start of the movie and he finds out that his friend died and he's walking towards the town. So they've captured that absolutely perfectly, and you can see there the side profile to me looks just like Sylvester Stallone back in the day. Looking at the hair sculpt, very good hair sculpt in my opinion. It's got some nice depth to it. It's got some good layering to it. You can see that there is some nice dry brushing over the top of it to highlight those crevices, and looks really nice. No complaints. And the 5 o'clock shadow, painted quite well. If I can get zoomed in a little bit, maybe that's a bit too close. Painted quite well. Looks just as thick as it did in the movie. His cheeks, the rosiness, just like in the movie. He's walking on the street. It's cold, and he's got that little bit of rosiness in his cheeks. And if I can just get a bit closer there, I'll just have to drop his head there to make him look sad. If I can just zoom in there, you can see that the paint details, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. You can see the detail in the eyes there. There's not many blemishes. There's not really any blemishes I can see there. The eyelashes are painted on quite well. The eyebrows are done exceptionally well. It's a really nice paint application. I don't know what it is. Is it? They just seem a little bit soft. I'm not sure, guys. Sometimes I look at it, I think it looks absolutely spot on or fantastic, and then other times I look at it and I think the paint applications are a bit soft. They're certainly not Hot Toys or Blitzway level paint applications, but they still look fantastic. And as you can see from the images I've just put up there, that it is quite an exceptional piece. And the fact that it has come from the Sly Stallone Shop itself, that the man himself, Sylvester Stallone, had some sort of opinion on how the figure was finished, is just fantastic to me, and was part of the appeal. So thanks for watching, guys, and please hit that like and subscribe, and keep your eye out for more content. Take care.